This is Share the Vision, presented by the Resource Center, a discussion of the programs and services of the Resource Center and about issues related to individuals with disabilities. Today, it's DSP Recognition Day at the Resource Center. We're at the Dunham Avenue offices of the Resource Center. With me, of course, Steve Watterson, Community Relations Director here at the Resource Center. Maybe people can hear the rumble of the crowd outside. A big event is about to get underway here.
Hi, Dennis. Yes, we are going to have our annual Everyday Heroes celebration. We do this in conjunction with National Direct Support Professional Recognition Week, which is going on this week. And we take time to recognize a number of people who provide direct support to individuals with disabilities that the Resource Center serves. The direct support title is pretty broad, but it's basically the folks who provide that hands-on attention and care to folks with disabilities 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We probably have 500 to 600 staff members who can qualify as a direct, can be classified as a direct support professional, and they all do a great job. But we're today going to spend some time recognizing a dozen people who have done a really wonderful job and 5 people who really have been extraordinary in their efforts during the past year.
And Michelle Albaugh, what is her role here at the Resource Center? She's just stepping to the microphone now.
Michelle runs our staff training and development department, and she is going to lead us into today's celebration.
Good morning. It's great to see so many people here. Before we get started with today's celebration, I thought it would be fitting if we took just a moment of silence in remembrance of 9/11/2001.
This program was recorded on Thursday, September 11th at the Resource Center on Dunham Avenue outside Celeron.
Thank you. So today we get to celebrate some happy heroes, some great things. And so in preparation for today, I did a little research on the term hero. Of course, the first thing I saw was that a hero is a man. So I was a little bit upset. And then my staff reminded me probably if I looked up heroine, I would see it said a woman. But in the definitions, many of them reflected on themes of bravery and life-saving measures. But equally represented were themes of selflessness, courage, and things being instinctual. These themes certainly describe many DSPs employed by the Resource Center. We certainly can't take training for teaching these things in staff training development, although I'm sure my staff and I would love to. But luckily, for the people we support, these things are built into people's characters. And we have a lot of them here at the Resource Center. A hero is the person who has the courage to step up when they are needed without thinking of the reward or accolade, who only considers the consequences of not acting, who do it because it's in their DNA. It is who they are. For the past few years, we've had the privilege during DSP Recognition Week, this year celebrated nationally as 43 governors, as you can see, our governor as well, and the U.S. Senate have proclaimed this to be DSP Recognition Week. I know the departments have been busy doing other things to recognize all of our staff, but today we want to honor a few who have demonstrated that selflessness and courage because it is who they are. As we listen to their stories and recognize their contributions to the lives of the people they support, let us think of what Gandhi said. You may never know what results come from your action, but if you do nothing, there will be no result. These staff have chosen to have a career and life of doing something and having it make a difference. First, I'd like to introduce Debbie Brown, Director of Day Services, who wants to say a few words.
Thanks, Michelle. As we celebrate DSP Week, I congratulate Debbie, George, Althea, Margaret, and Tasha on being selected as Everyday Heroes. I'd also like to recognize the Honorable Mention Award winners, Amanda, Julie, Tammy, Jessica, Heather, and Christine, and Nikki. I'd like to read a quote from Robert Fulgram's book, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. You may never have proof of how important you are, but you are more important than you think. There are always those who couldn't do without you. The rub is you don't always know who. I want to say a big thank you to all DSPs for your support of the individuals individuals that we serve. Please know how important all of you are. You do make a difference every day. Your hard work and commitment is noticed and appreciated. You are key to TRC being able to carry out our mission. You continue to do amazing things and support those we work with to become the remarkable people we all care so much about. Your every interaction touches the life of someone, and what you do means so much. Thank you.
Joanne Bevan she was here and she had to leave. And I know Joanne would say thank you to all the DSPs, but here to share a little bit more is Mary Jo Hamilton, Associate Director of Residential Services.
Good morning, everybody. I would just like to congratulate everybody who's been an honoree and also our everyday heroes. Wonderful job. And I want to thank all the DSPs from the bottom of my heart because we couldn't do this without you. Day in, day out. You coach, you mentor, you make it happen. You're there. We appreciate it. We love you for it. You're the family. And, at all times, day or night, 2:30 in the morning, people are getting phone calls from family members. Would you help me? Would you support me? Would you come and just be there, sit at the hospital with me? And you're there, each and every one of you. So appreciate it. I wish we could do more. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Mary Jo. And Terry Johnson, Director of Employment Services. Is that right? Close? And Rehabilitation.
So when I was driving into work today, I started thinking about all of the people that come through our doors every day. And people come through our doors for a variety of reasons. They come through our doors to get a job. They come through our doors because they need to pay their bills. They come through our doors because they have some free time and they need something to do to fill some time in their day. And as I was thinking about all of the people that come through the Resource Center's doors every day, I thought about the people that continue to come through, the people that come through our doors day after day and year after year. And it's not because they have bills to pay and not because they have some free time, but they keep coming back and because they want to better the lives of the people that we support. And the people that are recognized today that are everyday heroes meet that description exactly. They're coming back because they believe in what we do. They believe in improving the lives of the people that we support and making them more independent and being a strong person. So I just wanted to take a minute and thank everybody that is a DSP. I know we have a variety of titles that we recognize under this DSP because really it is the groundwork that you do, that you're out there making those difficult decisions. I know a lot of the people that work for us are out there on their own and don't have a team of people to bounce ideas off of. So when things come up and they're having to make split-second decisions that sometimes can be critical, and it's not an easy job, and we recognize that it's not an easy job, and this is just our way to kind of take a pause from the everyday busy grind of what we do and just recognize you guys and thank you for all that you do in improving the lives of the people that we support. Thank you.
Paul Shazana would like to give a few words.
This is Paul Chazana, Executive Director of the Resource Center.
Thank you, Michelle, and good morning, everyone. I think it's you see a lot of people here today, and that's also because, as you probably know, this is our mid-year retreat, as we call it, like the one-time half-year, mid-year, when we get together to really see how we're doing as an organization. And all of the leadership of the organization gets together to see how we're doing with all those fabulous goals and outcomes that we set up and what's working and what's not working and what we need to do differently. And as you know, there's so much going on, so much pressure on all of us, and especially people that do have to make decisions, people that feel good about situations and circumstances that are coming along as we expected. And maybe they don't feel as good about things that are kind of stuck. And we need to do better, and we have to figure out some different things to do. But I think it's such a great timing, the fact that as we will be going through this process for the rest of the day, that we had the opportunity to do this celebration, which is the apex of this week's of recognition for direct support professionals. Because many of you are being recognized this morning. You are representative of the people that are out there that actually fulfill the mission in the trenches. So many of us have been there. We know how tough it is. And for some of us who probably have not been there, we need to appreciate the fact that it requires that level of commitment and dedication that never stops. So thank you for what you do. Congratulations. And please spread the word that from the people that you support to the leadership of the organization, to some of the individuals that are part of our board and our governance. We do appreciate what you do, and we try to do our very best to make your life easier, to support what you do in these trying times that we're all undergoing. So congratulations and thank you.
So now we're going to have the opportunity to get to know our everyday heroes a little bit better. And first, to introduce our first everyday hero will be Risa Rosa Murray. Risa nominated Debbie Hall.
Hi, everyone. I nominated Debbie Hall. I've known her for a good 10, 15 years. She is truly the most selfless person I've ever met. She's one of those people that you may not notice right off the bat because she's spending all her time with the consumer in the corner reminiscing about 20 years ago and what they did for Christmas. And that's the really important things. This past year she's gone through a lot. She lost her husband to cancer, and she will be taking some time off to get some knees replaced. But we're looking forward to having her back. And she truly, when life gives her lemon, she makes lemonade, and she shares it with everyone. Thank you.
Debbie Hall.
Let me intercede at this point just long enough to say that following the conclusion of the program, I interviewed each of the winners individually for this Share the Vision broadcast. And you'll hear those interviews sequentially through the program as the winners are introduced, beginning with Deborah Hall. And Deborah Hall, where is it that you work at the Resource Center?
I work at the Senior Adult Day Hub up on Harris Avenue off from Willard Street.
And what is it that you do there?
We do arts and crafts with the guys. We do personal needs of the guys. We sing a lot of songs. They love music.
The people you work with have significant challenges in their lives.
Yes, we have a lot of people with dementia. And dementia is a hard situation because you never know what their day is going to be like.
And yet you love your work, you embrace this work.
I really do. I really do. I've done this form of work before while I was even in school. I worked in a nursing home. And then I went on to working in a nursing home for like 6 years, then stayed home, and then I came to work for the Resource Center. And I love it.
And how do you feel about this recognition that you've received today?
I think it's wonderful. It's really heartwarming. The Resource Center has been great. They've been great. They've helped me through a lot through the years. I've been through a lot. And
personal challenges?
Yes. I lost my husband in February of cancer.
Very sad.
Yes. And I went right back to work. I was off just a week, and I went right back to work after he passed away. And it was the best thing I could do because the clients were healing for me, and I knew that was going to happen, you know. I knew they would be healing for me.
So this work has very deep personal meaning to you, as long, in addition to being a job.
Yes, yes, it is. It is. I plan on staying here until I can't do it no more.
Well, congratulations on your recognition today.
Thank you very much.
Debbie Hall.
So next we have Kevin Anderson, who's going to introduce George Tonti.
Good morning, everyone. George Tonti is our everyday hero from Individualized Services, and George came to us about 2 years ago and immediately went on the radar as being an outstanding employee. I can't tell you how many emails I get and how many phone calls I get from MSCs and from participants and participants' families saying, can we please have George? And unfortunately, George works for us part-time, and we can never fill all those requests. And the thing that really made me want to make sure that George was made the team this year was I got an email, and he had been working with an individual up in the North County, and they have a pretty tough living environment. And this individual had a really hard time getting to work, had a truck that was constantly breaking down, and came into some money. And he quickly wanted to do some other things with that money, and George really helped him focus his life and helped him focus on getting this vehicle, which in turn would get him to work on time, could get him to work every week instead of being sometimes there and sometimes not there. And George made that happen. And the email was talking about this individual and when he drove up in this new truck, the pride on his face. And that's what George does for our people every day. So George Tonti, thank you.
George Tonti.
George, where do you work here at the Resource Center?
I work out of the 8th Street building in Jamestown, but I work with Individualized Services. I go to individuals' homes and work one-on-one with individuals.
And how do you feel about the work that you do?
It is a real blessing to be able to be an encouragement to those that I work with, and at the same time, how much of an encouragement they are to me.
And how do you feel about this recognition that you've received today?
Well, to be quite honest with you, it's really great, but I really believe that the real heroes are the individuals that we work with.
Why do you say it that way, George?
The individuals we work with are real unique. In a lot of ways, they're just like you and me, looking for that love and that encouragement and hope that we all do.
But it sounds like they face a lot of challenges also.
Yeah, they do. They where we have a lot of issues in our lives, a lot of the individuals that I work with, they may have a few more issues than we do. It is challenging. It's not for everyone. Learning to be patient and understanding, and just a willingness to reach out to them. And I always said that people don't really care how much you know until they know how much you care. And just showing the compassion and the love to them that I know that the Lord has shown to me that I am to be the hands and feet of Him.
Congratulations. They want you for a picture up here, so I won't hold you any longer.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. George Tonti.
Next, I'd like to introduce Rebecca Hamlet-Kappel to introduce Althea Maxwell.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to introduce Althea Maxwell. It has been my privilege to know and work beside her for the last 4, almost 5 years, but she has been a part of our agency much longer than that. I jotted down a few words that when I think of them, I instinctively think of Althea. Althea has a strong faith. She's very community dedicated, and she's also strong in her family. And those 3 things she is brought to her job on a daily basis. Her position, she's a habilitation skills instructor, and it can be challenging at times because she works with individuals who have some challenging situations and behaviors that traditionally would not be able to access employment without her assistance. Where others have shied away, Althea has grown very strong in this position. There are times where her work is seamless and you wouldn't even know she was there because she does it so well. She stands up to a challenge, and afterwards she doesn't brag or boast or say anything about it. They just go upon their day as if it was normal. Her individuals are her family, and they are her community, and she treats them like that every single day. So, congratulations, Althea. You deserve this.
Althea Maxwell.
What is the exact nature of your work here at the Resource Center? Where do you work and what do you do?
I work at the Mary Andrews Work Center in Dunkirk, New York. I'm a habilitation skills instructor. And I work with my men that normally wouldn't be able to go out in the community or have a job because of challenging behavioral issues. So I'm there to teach them and to coordinate them in working and making a positive influence, being able to work and make money.
And how do you feel about this recognition that you've received today?
I think it's backwards. I should be thanking the agency for what all they're doing for me, but I think it's really nice to be recognized.
Well, congratulations to you, and thank you for your time. Best of luck as you continue your work.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice speaking with you. Althea Maxwell.
Next, we have Julie Vogan introducing Margaret Meek.
Hello, everyone. Margaret works at Englewood IRA. Definition of a heroine: a woman admired for her courage, idealized for her courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. Margaret Meek is not only an outstanding DSP, but a heroine to many. In 2013, I nominated Margaret for her exemplary abilities as a DSP, such as being a key figure in ensuring the men who live at Englewood have a comfortable, warm, pleasant place to call home. Margaret is the primary staff on second shift, often working alone. When the individuals speak of Margaret, it's often as if speaking of a family member. It is evident that our individuals' family members have the utmost faith with Margaret supporting their loved ones. Margaret's keen sense of awareness also serves as a successful trait when working as a DSP. Margaret knows what she does well, although modest, and when she may need more guidance or to step away from a situation and reflect before acting. Not only is Margaret successful in completing her day-to-day job duties, but actively seeks out extra tasks she can do to help others. Truth be told, Margaret may also be a favorite due to her amazing culinary skills and ensuring comfort foods are prepared regularly at the home. Margaret really shines when coaching our individuals in the kitchen, and Margaret was chosen as an honorable mention in 2013. All these reasons and many more still stand true today. In this past year, I nominated Margaret as an everyday hero once again. In addition to these exemplary skills I've already identified, Margaret courageously demonstrated a heroic act earlier this year, and this is why I nominated her once again. In February, when an individual at our home suddenly fell ill and stopped breathing, Margaret did not hesitate and quickly went into action performing CPR. Margaret, being the only staff on, instructed another resident to make phone calls, most importantly calling 911. Although physically exhausted, Margaret did not give up until paramedics arrived and took over. Margaret then had the responsibility of keeping other residents in the home calm. It is without a doubt most admirable how Margaret maintained composure and put into action skills she had previously learned during this crisis. If it was you or I, could we honestly say we could have done as well in this situation? Unfortunately, our friend did not make it, and all the while, Margaret was grieving the loss herself. She was instrumental in providing comfort to the other residents at the home at this time, and ensuring Englewood was a peaceful, happy place once again. Again, definition of a heroine: a woman admired for her courage, idealized for her courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. Congratulations, Margaret.
Margaret Meek.
Margaret Meek, what's the nature of your work?
I'm the second shift person for 4 individuals who are pretty much independent. They just need a little guidance and a little bit of support everyday life.
How do you feel about your work?
I love it. I love it. I live in Westfield, and I drive all the way from Westfield to Jamestown, and if I didn't love it, I wouldn't do that. But it's a good job for me.
What is it that you love about it?
I love the family-oriented house. I'm from a big family, and as the years go by, it shrinks. Well, my family's grown again, so I just love the familyness of it.
And how do you feel about this award today?
I'm overwhelmed. I never expected this to be an award for me. They're my heroes. I just didn't see myself as a hero.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I love my job.
Margaret Meek.
Our final everyday hero is Tasha McFall. And to introduce Tasha is Jennifer Dawson.
Tasha has worked with TRC and the White Hill IRA since September 2012. From day one, she quickly settled into her job role and developed meaningful relationships with everybody in the home, including her coworkers. Tasha has really gone out of her way to show the people that she supports and the people that she works with how much she cares. She loves to spend time with each individual, helping them with whatever it is they want to do and just being a mentor for them. She's very active with encouraging community outings and just whatever people are interested in. Most recently, this past June, she helped a couple of individuals do an overnight trip to Cleveland to celebrate their 20th wedding anniversary. Tasha has shown interest and been part of the program planning process by attending ISP's Circle of Support meetings and really getting involved with some of the behind-the-scenes work of what we do here. Tasha's work at the White Hill IRA has done more than show us what a shining star is all about, but it has really shown us a working model of the NADSP Code of Ethics in action. So it is my honor to introduce Tasha to you all.
Tasha McFall.
Tasha, where do you work at the Resource Center?
I work in the White Hill IRA.
Which is located in Jamestown?
Yeah.
So what's the nature of your work there?
I'm a direct support DSP.
And how do you feel about this recognition today?
I appreciate it a lot. Like, I feel like a lot of other people could deserve the award a little bit more, but it's nice to be recognized.
There was a little video that was shown here today that had you talking about your work. It sounds like it's really meaningful to you.
Yeah, it's definitely made a great impact on me. I feel happier than I have at other jobs in the past. So,
what is it about the work that gives you such fulfillment?
Being able to help people with their daily lives that may not have as many sympathetic people with them. Like, being able to be there and be sympathetic and help them and just see them succeed is nice.
Well, Tasha, congratulations on your award, and thank you for spending this minute with me.
Thank you.
Good luck. Tasha McFall.
Congratulations to all our everyday heroes. They are the backbone of our agency, and we are very happy to celebrate this success with you. We do have some honorable mentions, and so if the honorable mentions would please come up and receive their certificate and a small gift, we'd appreciate that, and feel free to clap all along the way. Amanda Dove. Julie Haight. Tammy James. Jessica Martinelli. Heather Mundenhole. Christine Southwick. And Nikki Washer. Congratulations to everyone. If you haven't thanked a DSP this week, doesn't matter what your job is, please make sure you do. They do so much. We have some refreshments. We'd like to take a few minutes and enjoy some cake. So eat cake.